All right, we're gonna start an easy cross leg. Take a nice tall back. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms press. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up to the sky. Take a couple deep breaths. And then bring the arms down and twist it out. So while you're twisting, you want to keep a nice tall back. If you have trouble with your hamstrings or you're having some low back problems, you're going to sit up on a block like you see over here. If you can, you're going to keep your eyes closed. And your elbows are shoulder height, fingers extended, shoulders drop out of your ears. Trying to pump the breath, warm up the spine. Chin is up parallel to the floor. Are your back cracked? Mm-hmm. So the object is to warm up the spine, get the breath going, just to center you on your mat. 20 more seconds. Again, nice tall back. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And then come back to center. Again, inhale your arms over your head. Exhale your hands into heart center. And then you're going to come off the block. You're all going to lay down onto your backs. Big full body stretch on the floor. So your arms are going to go over your head. Stretch your toes to the front of the room, arms to the back of the room. Take that full body yawn. And then go ahead and press your low back into the floor. And opposite arm, opposite leg. So now we are syncing the breath with our movement. As your arm and leg goes up, you're going to exhale. As the arm leg goes down, you're going to inhale. It'll take some time to get into the correct sync. You want your arms and legs as straight as you possibly can. And every now and then check in with your low back and make sure you're pressing it into the ground so that you're accessing the abdominals just a little bit more than the hip flexors. So you can relax your head on the ground. In a perfect world, and you see it all here, but it's not always going to be like this. In a perfect world, you're touching the tips of your toes with your fingers like they're all doing. But for most people doing this pose, you're probably only going to get a little bit past the knee. So let's do 2 more on each leg. Good, and then bring your knees into your chest, squeeze them in. I want you to wrap your arms around the back of your thighs and just rock yourself from left to right a little bit, smoothing out that low back, taking out any tension. Relax your head on the ground. That's it, and then you're going to rock yourself up and back several times. All the way up to seated and all the way back. All the way up and all the way back. Good, one more time. Come up to seated and hold, and then swing the legs around. Come onto your hands and knees. So before we go into any movement, you're going to come into table pose onto your hands and knees. We're going to open up the wrists a little bit. So right here to set it up, your wrists are right underneath your elbow, right underneath your shoulder. Wrist joint is a 90-degree angle. Your knees are hips width apart and right underneath your hips. Okay, toes untucked unless you get cramps in your feet. I want you to take a look at your hands. Try to make sure that there's equal space between each finger. And then just for now, you're going to turn the left hand out to the left, right hand out to the right. Again, you want to maintain that 90-degree angle. And you're going to slowly lean to your right, stretching out that right wrist. Trying to extend all 5 fingers and maintain that equal space between each finger. You're breathing, you're pushing the floor away a little bit, and then come back to center and go to the left. Go as much as you can until you start feeling it in that wrist joint. Good, and then come back to center, and we're going to turn the hands all the way around now, so your fingertips are going to touch your knees. So you're going to bring them all the way back, fingertips to knees. This is level 1. So most of you are going to start out here. Again, you're going to look at your hands, make sure there's equal space between each finger. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, you got a little more flexibility in your wrists, and you're going to start inching your hands forward until your wrists are right under your shoulders again. That's it. So if you get to that 90-degree angle and you feel like you can use a little bit more of a stretch, then you can lean back a little bit, but don't go too far that you start peeling the wrists off the floor. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. That's it. And then you're going to walk that right hand out to the right, left hand to the left, right hand forward, left hand forward. You're going to tuck the toes under and come into downward facing dog. That's it. So first downward facing dog is your assessment pose. Your hands are going to be shoulder width apart, palms flat, fingers spread, and your feet are going to be hips width apart, parallel. And you can go ahead and alternate calf stretch. You want to have a nice flat back, hips high. So you're kind of feeling out how your ankles are, how your hamstrings are, your back. Hands are firm into the ground, and you're pushing the floor away with both hands. Taking a couple deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then come high on all 10 toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink the heels to the ground. Right leg's gonna come up to the sky, deep breath. That's it, three-legged dog, arms are straight. And you're gonna sweep that right foot between your hands and come into lunge. Left knee is gonna come down to the ground. And you're gonna bring your arms up to the sky, palms face each other. You're gonna press forward and down with your hips, up and back with your shoulders. And then come right back down. Tuck the back toe, lift the heel, lift the knee, press back to plank. Go to downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky. Sweep the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee, untuck the right toes, and other side. Perfect lunge on the other side. That's it, nice. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Hold plank, which is the top of a push-up. And then lower it down, chaturanga, or low push-up. Upward dog, big inhale, and downward dog, exhale. Right leg's gonna go up to the sky again, deep breath. Exhale, sweep the foot between the hands. Left knee down, left toe untucked. Arms come up to the sky. So we're gonna open up the top of the foot a little bit, help with speed and agility, and you're gonna press through the top of the left foot without tucking the toes under. Try and lift the left knee off the ground. That's it. You might not get lift off in the beginning, but in time with practice, it'll happen. Lower it in control. Nice. Hands down to the floor. Press back to plank pose, top of the push-up. Downward dog, butt up to the sky. And left leg up to the sky. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale, sweep the foot between the hands. Left knee to the floor, untuck the toes. Arms come up to the sky. So you're going to set your balance here. Nice deep breath in and try to lift the right knee off the floor. Good. So they're making this look pretty easy. This is not that easy. And lower it in control. Hands come down. Press back to plank pose. And lower it down. Chaturanga or low push-up. Upward dog. Inhale. Shoulders back. Downward dog. Exhale. Nice. Right leg up to the sky. Deep breath. Sweep the foot between the hands. This time you're going to leave the left knee off the floor in lunge. So your toes are going to stay tucked. Left heel straight up to the sky, and arms come up nice and high. Deep breath in, and then exhale, hands to the ground. Press back to plank pose. Hold plank strong, and hips up to the sky, downward dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, sweep the foot between the hands. And other side, arms come up in lunge. You want to press all the way back through that left heel, a little bit more back through here. Good, and then hands come down. Press back to plank pose, and low push-up, upward dog, deep breath. That's it, hold it there. Open up the shoulders, and downward dog, exhale. Last part of this series, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, sweep the foot between the hands. Arms come up, deep breath. Okay, you're gonna hold this pose best you can. Keep elongating your spine, your back, your arms, and lower that knee to the floor. Just when it touches the floor, pop it back up, and then hands come down. Press back to plank pose, downward dog, and left leg up to the sky. Deep breath. Bend and sweep the foot between the hands, and come up to perfect lunge, other side. Once you have control, lower that knee to the floor, press it up, and back down. Plank low push-up or chaturanga. Upward dog, deep breath. Downward dog, exhale. Good. You ready to go? You good? Mm-hmm. Everybody's good? Right foot forward, left foot flat. So you're setting yourself up for warrior one. Arms are going to come up, nice and strong. From warrior one, you're going to open it up to warrior two. Nice. Shoulders down. Try to relax the shoulders. Right hand's going to come to the floor on the inside of the right foot. Right angle pose. Go ahead and look up at your left hand. Left arm comes up over your head. This is more advanced, so you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Right hand's gonna come up to meet the left. Back to warrior two. Back to warrior one. Okay, so you're gonna bring your hands into heart center. And we're gonna twist it out. Left hand, left arm's gonna go on the outside of the right leg. Hands in prayer, heart center, and twist. So you're trying to look over that right shoulder. Good. If you cannot do this with the foot flat, it's okay to pop up onto the back toes. That's it. Arms into warrior one. Nice deep breath. Open back to warrior two. Right hand to the floor on the outside of the right foot this time. Just a variation of right angle pose. That's it. Left arm comes up and over if you can. Right hand comes up to meet it. This is advanced. You don't have to do this. Back to warrior two. Back to warrior one. Hands heart center. And twist it out again. We're getting a lot of hips, a lot of rotation in the spine, a lot of ITB and hamstrings, which is all the muscles you access every day, every minute, every play on the field in soccer. Arms come up. Nice deep breath. Warrior one. Back to warrior two. Now go ahead and straighten that right leg. Inhale deep. Exhale into triangle pose. Nice. Now they all make it look very easy. You might not go down that far in triangle. You might be way up here, and that's fine. Left arm comes up over your head. Right hand comes up to meet the left hand. And then bring it up to standing. Deep breath. Bring it back over. That's it. One more time. Bring it up. And then rotate your hips to the front of the mat. So hips are facing the front. Scoot the back leg in a little bit. And you're going to come forward with a nice flat back. Soften your right knee. So level one is going to put their hand, left hand on the inside of the foot. Level two will be on the foot. And level three will be on the outside of the foot. So pick your level and then extend your back out nice and flat and start rotating your chest to face the right side of your mat. And if you can, extend that right arm up. And then if you can, if your IT band, the outside of your thigh allows, you're going to try and straighten that leg. But it might not happen for a while. Push into that back leg. Really nice. And then you're going to come back flat back over that right leg again. Right hand on the inside of the right leg, open back up to triangle pose. That's it. Both legs are straight and strong. Extending your right side body. Flat back over your right leg. Revolving triangle one more time. Left arm where you want it, left hand. Push down, extend your body, rotate your chest out. Nice. Really good. Hold it there and breathe. And then both hands come down to the floor. Bend that front knee. Press back to plank pose. Downward facing dog. That's it. You want to drop the knees for a second? Drop the knees. Pull back child's pose. Take a breath. Think about what you just did. Arms extended. Hips are as far back on the heels as you possibly can. So your head is relaxing on the mat. Hips are really far back, trying to release the low back, any tension. If you've recently had surgery, like Terry, then knee surgery, you might not want to push the hips back as far. Go as far as you can without any pain. And then come onto your hands and knees and into your downward dog. Other side. Okay, left leg up to the sky, deep breath. Sweep that foot between the hands. Flatten your back foot and come up into warrior one. That's it. Open it right up into warrior two. Good. So you want to watch that left knee. You want the knee to point straight ahead. And then left hand's going to go to the floor on the inside of the foot. Right arm up to the sky. That's it. Right angle pose. So you can connect this. That's it. Good. Right arm comes up over your head. Reach, reach. Left hand comes up to meet it. Hold. This is advanced. You might not be here right away. Back to warrior two. And back to warrior one. Hands come into heart center and twist. Right arm on the outside of the left leg. Twist it out. Good. So don't let the strength of your arm knock your knee out of alignment. Don't let the right arm push that left knee to point at an angle instead of straight ahead. Bring your arms up to the sky. Warrior one. Open back up. Warrior two. Left hand to the floor on the outside of the left foot. Different variation of right angle pose. Good, you're trying to open up that neck so you can look up at your right hand. Right arm comes up and over if you can, you don't have to. Left hand comes up to meet it. Back to warrior two. Back to warrior one. Hands heart center and twist it out. So this twist is going to be very different from the other side. And maybe you need to pop up off the heel here to get the best possible rotation of your spine. Nice. And then go back to warrior one. In control. You try not to touch the floor if possible. Open back to warrior two. And then go ahead and straighten that leg. Inhale. Exhale. Triangle pose. Other side. There's a hip pop. Good. So straighten that leg if you can. You don't have to palm the floor. That's it. Right arm comes up over your head. Left hand comes up to meet it. This is very advanced. Hold it there. Arms are long and strong and bring your body straight up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back over. Bring it up. Inhale. Nice job. And twist the hips to the front of your mat. Okay, you're going to come over with a flat back. You're going to soften that left knee for revolving triangle. So remember, level one, your right hand will be on the inside of the foot. Level two, it'll be on the foot. Level three, on the outside. Choose where you want it to go. Extend your back, twist your torso. Nice. You get the best twist possible by really pushing down through that right hand and pressing into that back leg. Good, good. And release it in control, back into your triangle pose. Left hand on the inside of the left leg. Open the chest to the outside. Extend right out through the top of your head. And then one more time, flat back over that left leg and revolving triangle. Good. Press down to twist. That's awesome. Hold it there. Nice and long. Breathe, breathe. And then both hands are going to come down to the floor. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn to straddle forward bend. Okay? So you're going to hang and straddle forward bend. Technically, your feet are only as wide apart as the length of one of your legs, okay? And your feet are parallel to each other, so take a good look. And in order to not fatigue the ankle, you want to make sure you're pressing down the whole inner edge of the foot, so you don't want to roll out to the outer ankle too much, and you'll know when you do that. You can do a couple of things here. You could have your arms just hanging. You could grab opposite elbow and hang. They're also very deep here. You might be this high in the beginning, and that's fine as long as you're starting to feel some nice stretch in the hamstrings, the back of the leg. So let your head hang. If you need to use your hands for support, just leave it there. That's it. And then release your elbows, and you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to roll yourself up to standing. Okay, nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. You're going to bend your elbows and put your right palm over your left palm. And your chest, they're at chest height. Okay, legs are going to stay in the same position. If you feel like you scooted out too far, you feel free to bring them back in. And what we're going to do is go up and down for 1 minute. So you exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Good. Exhale down, inhale up. Perfect. Exhale down, legs are strong, inhale up. Sync the breath with the movement, open those hamstrings, strengthen the back. You can go as fast or as slow as your breath allows. Halfway there. Keep breathing. Exhale down, inhale up. Good. This is the time when you might start thinking so much about the movement that you roll to the outer edge of that foot and start feeling fatigue in the ankle. So really press down through the base of that big toe. And let's go 2 more. Down and up, down and up. Nice. Release your hands and fold yourself back over. Come onto your hands and knees. We're going to go into our first hold. So when you're starting, you're only going to do maybe a 2 or 3 minute hold, and in time you're going to do 5, 6, 7, 10 minute hold. But we're going to go into frog for groin, inner thigh. So bring it out as far as you possibly can. This is your favorite pose. Okay? So there's a couple things that are very important about setting up this pose. You want, from a side view, your hip joint to be right in line with your knee, and you want your ankle to be directly behind your knee so that you form these nice 90-degree angles, very supportive to your body. In order for your groin to open up, you want your chest supported. So some of you that can't reach your chest to the floor are going to put a block underneath your chest. Find a comfortable position for your hands. I think I want your hips back a little bit more. Good. And this foot out a little bit more to the left. Perfect. Good. So we're going to hold this. We're going to start with a 2-minute hold. You're going to work up to a 10-minute hold eventually in this pose. Finding a way to just release and let go. So typically when you're doing any kind of stretches, you hold it for a couple seconds and you get out of it, and you never increase your flexibility. The only way to really, truly increase the flexibility and range in your joints is to stay there and hold it. The first maybe 30, 40 seconds of a pose, you're muscling through it, you're holding really tight, and you're trying to find a way, but it isn't until you reach that minute, minute and a half mark where you really let go and release into the pose and find you're getting deeper and deeper. So Pamela, if you can move back a little bit more again. Good. So your toes are pointing out to the left and the right, but you don't want to hard flex them. You want them to just kind of hang out there kind of comfortably. You're halfway there. If you feel like you're sinking in a little bit more, maybe you could press your hips back towards your feet another millimeter. First time I did this pose, we held it for a half an hour. My life flashed before my eyes. But I found a way. It's about finding comfort in an uncomfortable situation. That's sports. Good, you got about 30 seconds left. Maybe your hips can go back another millimeter. Good. This is when you really want to tap into that belly breathing, the nostril breath. It's a more calming breath for your body rather than breathing through your nose and chest, which produces anxiety. What's that? Nice deep breath in. Big exhale. So to come out of this pose, you're going to come up on your arms a little bit, and you're going to walk yourself forward. Coming out of it is sometimes harder than actually being in the pose itself. Okay, so just rest on your stomach for a couple of seconds, couple of breaths. Pamela's going into child's pose. She feels more comfy as a child, which is fine. So then why don't you lay down onto your backs. Let's bring the head to the front of your mat. And you're going to bring your arms down by your side, palms flat. And you're going to press your legs up over your head into plow pose. So this is one that's going to open up the shoulders and the back of the neck. Sometimes in soccer you make spectacular kicks and saves and you end up rolling out of position, and you want to make sure that your chest, your chin and your neck are open enough that you don't get into an injury position. That's it. Good. Nice. If you can connect your fingers, go ahead. If your feet do not touch the floor, then you're going to bring your hands flat on your back and rest there. So for some people, especially the first few times you do this pose, it could produce a little anxiety. It could be a little bit harder to breathe. So you want to put your legs, hips in a position where you can breathe easily. Good. This also gives me the opportunity to see who's crooked and who's not. That's it. Nice. So if it's easy for you guys, you can untuck the toes and rest on top of the feet. You're looking to get that chest, neck, and a little hamstring here. So you're going to try and breathe in and out through your nose. That's it. If you could almost touch the floor, maybe separate your feet a little bit. It'll help. Yep. There you go. All right, so what you're going to do now is go ahead and drop the knees alongside your head. Some of you are going to be lucky enough that your knees touch the ground on either side of your head. You're really going to open up the spine now, especially the lower back. If you feel better, you can release your arms, reach around and grab your heels. Sometimes it's a little bit more comfortable to do that. You feel a little bit more in control of the pose. Good. Hold it there. In time, the knees will just drop down to the floor nice and easy. And then you can put your knees right up against your ears and you can totally tune me out. Okay, so now, nice and easy, I want you to pay attention. You're going to release your hands. Arms are going to come down to your side, palms flat. I put a block. You're going to lower down till your hips land on the block and move it if you feel like it's in a position that cuts you off a little bit. Okay, but you want your hips up on the block. That's it. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and you're going to bring the strap right over your feet. Okay. So this is a great pose for any athlete, especially pre or post workout, pre or post game, when you just feel so tired and so sore and you have those heavy dead legs. This is going to reverse lymph drainage and it's going to help you get rid of that and feel a little quick again. But what you want to do is put the strap on the bottom of your foot so that you can really pay attention to your feet and make sure they're squared to the ceiling, nice and flat. You're going to try to get all the bend out of the knees, and you're just going to stay here for a little bit. You want to relax the shoulders. You could even close the eyes. Once you get a good look at your feet and see, really observe. You want to look at the rotation of your legs, see if they're the same, if the kneecaps are pointing in the same direction. You want to look at the feet and even look at the negative space between your legs and see if it looks symmetrical. And if not, that means there's probably something going on that needs to be addressed, most likely in the hips. But take a good look, and then once you set yourself up pretty good, you're going to just go ahead and close your eyes and hold the pose. So you don't even have to flex that hard. That's it. Good, but this should be pretty comfortable. Is that black in a good spot for you? Okay. You want to push through that inner leg. Maybe activate the base of your big toe just a little bit more. Square the feet. Like you could hold a tray on your feet. And again, nice deep belly breath. Starting to cool down, starting to slow down. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, exhale through the nose only. Good. That's it. So you want to go through that middle leg a little bit more through the base of that big toe. That's it. And that's that knee. So that's just about strengthening that again. That's the first thing that wants to go, is that toe wants to dip down. And if you're working too hard, if you're starting to shake a little bit, then move your legs a little bit closer to the back of your mat, a little bit more away from your head. You should be pretty relaxed here. You're going to go another 30 seconds. So just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in through your nose, fill your belly with air. Let's hold the breath and take in a little bit more air and take in a little bit more, and then through the nose only, exhale. Relax your shoulders. One more time. Deep breath in, fill the belly, fill the chest, hold the breath. Increase that lung capacity. Take in a little bit more and a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Exhale through the nose. Good. You're going to bring your knees into your chest. Release the strap. And then bring your feet flat to the floor. Lift your hips up a little bit and remove the block. Settle down into the floor. Don't put your strap too far away. You want to leave it within reach. You just want to settle the back down a little bit after that. And then let's lengthen the left leg along the ground and draw your right knee into your chest. So I want you to wrap your arms around the back of your thigh so you don't overflex the knee. And you're going to push as hard as you're pulling that leg in, you're going to push that left leg long. And again, I want you to push a little bit more through the base of the big toe so your foot is nice and square. So feel that dynamic pull. That's it. And then you're either going to reach down and grab your right big toe with your right first two fingers and thumb, or you're going to reach down, grab the strap, put the strap around your foot, and extend the leg the best you can. So we're all going strapless today? Okay. So you want to push the base of that big toe. You want to retract your shoulder, and then your left arm's going to go out to the left palm flat. Okay? So radiate. Push through left leg, right leg. Hold that right arm firm out through your left hand and even long through the top of your head. And keeping your hips grounded, bring your right leg out to the right. The minute that left hip pops up, you want to stop. You don't want to rest that leg on the floor. So you feel that groin, inner thigh, and you're activating the abdominals a little bit at the same time. That's it. Good. So you're breathing, you're reaching with the left arm, you're pressing down through that left leg. Now gut tight, bring the leg back to center. You're so serious. Switch hands on the toe, and then bring the leg all the way across your body this time. So IT band, critical for a game of soccer. And you're going to reach over and look over your right shoulder. That's it. So those of you that are grabbing the toe, you might want to even grab the outside of the foot now so that you do keep the foot square. That's it. Push down through that left bottom leg as much as that right leg. Good. And then gut tight without bending that knee. Bring your leg straight up. Switch hands on the strap or the toe. Let's go one more time. Bring the right leg out to the right. That's it. Good. So to keep that hip from popping up, you really have to press down through that left leg and reach through the left arm. One nice deep breath, and then gut tight, leg straight back. Switch hands on the strap or the toe and bring it all the way across your body. Reach and look over your right shoulder. Just finish that spinal twist by bringing the chin over your right shoulder. Your neck is part of your spine, so you want to finish the whole twist of the spine. Good. Gut tight. Bring the leg back up. Bend your right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. And just bring yourself into a nice spinal twist with the knee bent. So just bring that leg right across your body. That's it. Should feel nice and easy now. You might even get a back crack out of it here. Yeah. You got one? That's it. You can even look over that right shoulder. Good. And then bring your knee back into center. Squeeze it in. Elongate the right leg on the floor. Got to do the other side. So left knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Now the flexibility on this side is going to be a lot different than the other side. Okay, Terry had surgery on this knee. He might be a little bit tighter on this knee. You might have to use the strap, but you check it out and see what happens. You're going to go reach down and grab that left big toe with your left first two fingers and thumb, or the strap. You're going to hold both sides of the strap with your left hand. Again, as much as you're pulling in, you're pressing down. Right arm's out to the side strong, and then bring the left leg out to the left without that right hip popping up. Good. So gut is tight. You're just radiating out. So if you can bend the elbow, you could probably go down the strap more. That's it. Okay, gut tight. Bring the leg back to center. Switch hands on the strap and bring it all the way across your body. This time the foot can touch the floor. The straighter that left leg, the more you're going to feel it in that IT band, hip, right? Again, if you can bend the elbow, you can go down. Yep. Good. You want to keep both feet square. That's it. So it's about pressing right through here a little bit more. All right, like that's it. Good, good, good. Reach and look over your left arm, left shoulder. And then come back to center. Switch hands on the strap. One more time. Left leg out to the left, keeping that right hip grounded. Right leg is strong, right arm is strong. Out through the top of your head and breathing in and out through your nose. Good. And then gut tight, bring the leg back to center, switch hands, and left leg all the way across your body. Reach and look over your left shoulder. Try to get your chin right over the shoulder. That's it, beautiful. One nice deep breath. Take a big deep breath in. On the exhale, just let that back go. Let the spine go, and then bring your leg back into center. Bend your knee into the chest, release the strap, squeeze the knee into your chest, and then just bring your bent knee across your body for spinal twist. Just a little bit of a different feeling than when your leg is straight. Just more concentrated on the low back, easing into the low back. And then bring your knee back into your chest. Both knees into your chest, squeeze them in. You could rock yourself up and back a couple of times. Up and back, up and back. Maybe even rotate yourself around. Come up to seated and then swing yourself around facing the front. Easy cross leg again. Just like how you started. So you might need the block this time, you might not. Nice tall back, chin to the chest. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Interlace your fingers, press your palms to the ceiling. And exhale, hands, heart center. Good job, you guys.